Again, you are, this is part of the Region 5 Arts Forum, an annual event in which people can, from the region, San Benito County, Santa Clara County, Santa Cruz County, and Monterey County, come together and we can share some things, and maybe not necessarily in person, but we can certainly do it electronically. Can you imagine, as an old-time coach, can you imagine a team, football, basketball, baseball, without a coach? Can you imagine what that would be like? Well, as Jackie hinted, that's something we need, like coaches for arts programs. And in the visual and performing arts, this is especially crucial. I came from a private school, by the way, whose tuition tops even Carmel's. The tuition to go to that school is $42,000, okay? And that's an area, a very affluent area, as Jackie suggested. So it is so pleasing to get together and hear some of these good reports, and mentioning the Turnaround School. We will have a performance from Greenfield and the Greenfield Elementary School, Mary Chapa, which is also a turnaround arts school. So there are some really good things happening out there in our communities. So moving right along, we're going to go to another county now, an adjacent county, and find out what's happening in neighboring Santa Cruz County. And we have the coordinator, visual and performing arts coordinator from Santa Cruz County, and it's really wonderful to be able to say this and introduce you to somewhere, to Audrey. Audrey Sirota? Very good. Hi. I knew you were out there.
Oh. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Audrey Sirota, and I'm the new arts coordinator for the Santa Cruz County Office of Education. And being new, I've been on the job since September, and I have to say that I am inspired. I am completely excited about what's happening in Santa Cruz County. As Jackie pointed out, one of the huge issues is equity and access in the arts. And that is the lens with which I am looking at what's happening in Santa Cruz County. It's the lens in which all of us are looking at it. And I'll talk about that more in a moment. We, like Jackie gave some statistics, our county is more equitable in that approximately $10,000 is spent for each district on arts education. I think I said that wrong, but I'll correct myself if I did. We are very fortunate because we have Michael Watkins, who is our county superintendent, and he is a huge advocate for the arts. And as his quote states, he believes that it is the lens, the framework that we have to hold in order to increase access and equity for all our students to not only core curriculum, but to the arts. And we use as our framework, of course, the Common Core Standards and the National Core Art Standards, as well as the 4 C's. And Harvard's, I don't know how it got cut off, but the 8 studio habits of mind. And from classroom teachers to arts specialists, all the way to principals, through folks at the county office, these are the lenses that we are using across the board to look at arts education. This is the boring slide, so you don't have to read all that. But our vision basically is how can we increase arts opportunities and arts integration when we know how engagement in the arts affects both students' academic performance and their emotional development. And how we do this is what I've been focusing on this year with my teachers is professional development opportunities. And I'm going to talk about AIM and CAEX in a second. This year, we're working to create an opportunity to have a STEAM symposium in the fall that I'll let you know more information about, and we'll have advertised. That will be run by lots of teachers in our community as well as experts in teaching artists. We also align very strongly with community partnerships with people in the arts. And Sarah Brothers is here, and she is our arts. Sarah, I'm going to say your title wrong. Sarah is our arts education manager for the Arts Council in Santa Cruz County. And before I arrived, she actually conducted a survey to gather arts education data for our arts education data mapping project. And that information has been very valuable because as the state put out the data for middle and high school, Sarah was gathering it for the elementary schools. And some interesting findings on that, the two interesting findings were we realized that music made up over half of all our arts programs in our county, and 63% of our arts programs were provided by 3 organizations: the Arts Council, the Santa Cruz Symphony, and Tandy Beal, as she was mentioned earlier. When I was talking about our professional development opportunities, one of them is Aim for Arts. It's Arts Integration Mentors. And this is a model that's teachers teaching teachers through not only action research and inquiry-based work, but also through work in, for example, in Pajaro Valley Unified School District. Teachers coming, really stepping up to teach each other skills and concepts and hold the framework that I was talking about earlier of Harvard Studio Habits of Mind, as well as the 4 C's, to support each other. Next year, we're going to hold 3 events that will be run by teachers. The Teachers Teaching Teachers Aim for the Arts model. And we also have, for the secondary teachers, we have CAEX, County Arts Educators Exchange. We held 1 event this year, and we're going to hold 3 again next year. And this was actually at our community college, Cabrillo Community College, where instructors graciously opened their classrooms to all the teachers in the county, kindergarten through 12th grade. And we have visual arts, we had a drumming workshop, the theater was opened, and we also opened the Fab Lab. In our community partnerships, we also worked with Tandy Beal as well, and I think Jackie did a great job describing her work. And we worked in 6 different districts with 6 different schools this year, and we are also going to support her this coming year to work in hopefully 10 different schools. We work with the Santa Cruz Symphony, and this year is very exciting because we got accepted because of our Title I funding to work with Carnegie Hall's Link Up program. So every 4th and 5th grader will have a recorder and go to the symphony and actually have Danny Stewart conduct them in this piece, which is called The Orchestra Rocks. We worked with John Orlando and the Distinguished Artists Concert and Lecture Series to bring world-renowned pianists to 4 different schools in our county, and we're going to, again, work with him on this project next year. And just a week ago, we had International Jazz Week in the schools, and we worked with Prince Lachey, and he brings artists from all over the world. This year, he brought the 2 women musicians from Sweden, from the Royal Academy of Music, and they spent a week in 5 different districts in 5 different schools. And again, they'll be back next year. And this year, we were fortunate enough to have Edythe Boone, who is a muralist, an amazing woman who has created amazing murals all over the world, including San Francisco. She came to talk in our county, and she's coming back next year to create a mural at one of our alternative education schools, Sequoia School, and she will be working there to help students unpack their hopes and dreams and to use that material to build a mural in their front entrance. And finally, I just wanted to point out one other professional development opportunity that's coming up this summer. Is Santa Cruz County Office of Education has sponsored with the Arts Council the Summer Arts Institute, and this is our 7th year. And again, we invite teachers from all over our county to come and experience what it is to be an artist and be immersed in the arts for a 4-day institute, as well as learn lots of techniques for doing arts integration in their classrooms. So thank you very much.